In this particular video, you will learn how to create a simple yet effective and eye-catchy design like this one you're seeing on my screen right now. All you need is just your smartphone and Canva. So if you want to learn more about how to use Canva effectively, you may want to sign up for my Canva to Profit class. It's just 3,999 naira. You get to learn how to do different kind of designs ranging from social media posts, birthday posts, baby dedication, marriage into IVs, and so many kinds of designs, so many event flyers, and so on and so forth. You're going to learn in details everything you need to know on how to start designing with Canva. And also, not just designing, you also learn how to print your work and get more money. Okay, so let's dive in on how to achieve something like this for a client. So I'm going to add a new page here, and I'm going to bring in the background. So I go to element. What I did was to just search for blue background. I searched for blue background and this particular background came out. So I'm just going to click on these three dots and I'll say set image as background. So can you see now? Now the next thing I did was to put my logo. So my logo is bearing School of Business Management, ESPA. Okay, so I'm going to make this to be white color and let's reduce the size. So the font I used was popping. So let's go to pop in and I'm going to make it to be bold. Then I go to format and I align to the left. Okay, so I'm going to break it into two like this. So I come here to advance and I'm going to adjust the line spacing. Okay, so now we have this. I'm going to reduce this also, reduce the size. So the next thing I did was to bring in a logo. So I go to my upload. I already uploaded some of the logos here. I go to upload and I'm going to bring this logo you're seeing here. So this is the logo. It doesn't even have a background, so it makes it work quite easy. So if it has a background, you can just use the remove BG feature to remove the background. All right. So I'm doing this now. So always zoom in case you want to have more authority over what you're trying to build. So I click on these three dots. I select multiple so I can select the both of them and then group them together. So you can see right here. So if I zoom in, I can always reduce them together, right? Now that's how I was able to achieve this aspect you're seeing now. So the next thing I did was to go to element and I'm going to search for finger print or thumb print. So when you search for fingerprint or thumb print, you will see something like this. So I click on it, okay, and I'm going to increase the size, make sure it's in the middle, okay, and I'm going to make it to be white color. White. Let's go to transparency so we can reduce the transparency. All right, so this is how to get to this stage. Now the next thing I want to do is to bring in that particular vote you're seeing there. How do you get something like that? So I go to my test. Okay, let's go to test. There's one particular feature here. It's called typecraft. So when you click on typecraft, it will bring out the feature for you. So you type and adjust. So I think this particular feature is a premium feature. So you might not be able to use it if you're using the free version. Okay, so I'm going to type in here vote, and when I'm done typing, I'm going to change the font to Anton. All right, so let's use Anton. That font will give us what I want. So I come here and I search for Anton. So this is Anton. All right, so and I'm also going to make sure that everything is typed in capital letters. Okay, so this is capital letters. So when I'm done with this, I go to color and I pick this particular color. I come here to color and I try to increase the lightness a little bit. So that's for color. So now go to custom. You see the warp effect. So you see the option I'm going to pick right here. There is an option I'm going to use. Yeah, this particular one. So this is what I used and I'm going to edit it. So click on that edit shape. It will bring out something like this for you. So that way you can adjust it a little bit. So it's not so curved. Okay. And then we can also adjust the spacing in between by clicking on second second effect close to the color here. So I click on it here and I'm going to adjust the letter spacing so that they will be a bit closer to each other. I don't want the spacing to be too much. All right, so you see, as I'm adjusting, it's affecting it a little bit. So if I'm okay with this, I just go ahead and add to design. Okay, add to design, it will automatically be in my design. So can you see now? So the next thing was to increase the size, put it in the middle here. I still drag it a little bit. Okay, so that's for this. Now the next thing I did was to go and bring in my picture. That's a picture of the person who is a contestant. So I head over to my upload. So for practice purpose, you can go to Pinterest, download as many pictures as you want, use them for your practice. All right, so I'm removing the background right now. I'm going to increase the size. I'm going to drag it somewhere here. So you can see right now, that's how to achieve this. Now remember, we used a particular thumbprint, right? So let's go back to elements again. We're going to bring in this thumbprint, and I'm going to reduce the size, bring it to somewhere here like this. Let's change the color to white, so that way it can be visible. All right, so you can always zoom in, reduce the size the way you want it. Now the next thing I did was to add this particular write-up you have at the bottom. So go to element. I'm going to bring in a shape, which is what you're seeing right here now. I brought in this shape. I will make sure it's aligned with where the text started from, and I'm going to give it a color of this yellow. And then let's adjust the corners, reduce the corner size like this. If possible, you can remove everything. So I'm going to duplicate it next, so I can drag it this way and drag to where this text ended. Now this particular color, I'm going to be using a single color, or let me see the color that I used here. Okay, so I think that's the color. Okay, so that's the color I used there. And if I want to brighten it a bit, I could go ahead and brighten it as well. So come here. Okay, so that's how to achieve this particular aspect. So I may want to adjust them from the top. Maybe it's too long, as in it's too the height is too wide, so I could just simply adjust it a little bit so it's not too wide, either from the bottom or from the top. It's my choice. Okay, so let's do this for here as well. Okay, so I think we have a better alignment right now. So the next thing I did here was to add my write-up, which is this vote for now will be Comrade Victor Osaze, aka Goodman. And then what are we voting for? We're voting for good governance, transparency, and accountability, right? So let's add those right up right now. So I go to my text again, and I'm going to add this title, which is this is the font I installed on my Canva, okay, because I have access to premium. So here we're going to type his name, which is Victor. So come here, and we're going to give it a color of blue. So go to colors. I'm going to use a darker blue like this. So let's increase the size. We're duplicating this, and we're going to type Osaze. Okay, so duplicate again, and we're going to type here now to be comrade. So COMR is for comrade. Okay, so we can adjust it this way. All right, so we can either change the font of the comrade or leave it the way it is. So the next thing I want to do is to select everything. Come to select multiple, click here, and we can group them together. So that way we can move them at the same time. Okay, so I've done that. Now, the next thing I want to do is to ungroup them, so I can duplicate one of these ones here. So I want to write the AKA Goodman. AKA in bracket good man. Okay, so this particular aka good man, I would love to make it to be black color, so it's not going to conflict with the exact write-ups I will have here. So you can see it here, and I'm also going to change the font because I don't want to place so much relevance to that particular name. So I'm going to use this Agrande Grand, and you can see, let's go back again and check if it's on bold. I don't want it to be on bold. I want it to be on light. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, so I think we've achieved something. So here I just reduce the extra spacing and then reduce the size also. It should not be so big. Okay, so that's for that. Now the next thing is for us to type the things that we're voting for. Okay, so come here. I change this color now to white, and I'm also going to change the font from Akira to popping. So let's use popping, and we're going to be using bold, popping bold. Okay, so come here, we are on bold now. So let's do the typing. So we're voting for good governance, transparency, and accountability. So these are the things we're voting for. So let's increase the size and then align to the left hand side. Then we're going to adjust the spacing by going to that advanced. Okay, so come here. Okay, so we'll have our accountability well typed now. So we can increase the size by dragging it this way. Okay, so I think we've achieved this now. So the next thing we'll do is to bring those icons. So first of all, let's go and give it a little spacing in between. So come here to line spacing. Let's increase it. Okay. Okay, so let's head over to elements. We're going to bring this particular icon. So how do you get that? Just type for vote and it's going to come out. Just scroll, you see a lot of icons that represent votes like this. So I'm reducing the size, bringing it down here to vote, to good governance. I'll duplicate, take it to transparency, and I'm going to duplicate and bring it to accountability. So always zoom in so you have full control over what you're designing. Okay, okay, so I think we're done with this now. So the next thing I did was to add a shadow under this orange, the yellow and the blue shape. So I went to my elements and I searched for shadows, and then you see a lot of shadow that will definitely come out for you. Okay, so let's say I want to make use of this one here. So this is it. Now I'm going to while I click on it, I'm going to head over to position. I'm going to send it backward, okay, until it's at the back. So you can see now there is this kind of a shadow effect at the back of these shapes. So that's how I was able to achieve that. Now next thing I did was to add a vote, like a good sign icon. Go to elements and you see this particular icon. So let me just click on it so you get the exact name when you're searching. So go to info. Go to info, you're going to see 3D approve. Okay, so when you're searching, just search for 3D approve and that's what you get. So I'm going to reduce the size a little bit and then take it somewhere here. Okay, so while it's here, I'm going to apply some effects to it. So I go to effects effect and I'm going to look for blur. So under blur, I'm going to blur the whole image. So I'm going to increase the intensity a little bit like this. So you can see now. So the next thing I did was to duplicate and then I increase the size, made it so big, and I dragged it here. Okay, so that's how I was able to design this using Canva. So remember, if you want to learn more about how to design so effortlessly with Canva, you should join my Canva to Profit class where I show you not just how to design, but also how to take your designs to printing for you to earn more. Okay, so click the link wherever you can find it in this video and register for that session. See you.
Have you ever needed a flyer, business design, or social media graphic and had to pay someone to create it? Or maybe you've seen people making money designing for businesses online and wondered how they do it. What if you could learn the same skill in a simple and practical way? In this Canva design and side hustle class, I'll show you how to confidently use Canva to create professional designs for businesses and clients. You'll learn how to design flyers, posters, wedding invitations, church flyers, and complimentary cards, even if you're a complete beginner. But that's not all. You'll also learn how to turn this skill into income, how to work with printers, and how to start getting your own design clients. When you join, you'll get access to 7 powerful training videos, over 7 bonus design tutorials, and a recorded live session, so you can learn at your own pace anytime. This means you won't just learn Canva, you'll learn how to use it to make money. The investment is only 3,999 naira, but the skill can pay you over and over again. If you're a business owner, student, freelancer, or someone looking for a profitable side hustle, this is for you. Click the link now and secure your spot. Your Canva skill and your next income opportunity starts today.